The clock on the dash read 2 in the morning. Rain hammered against the windshield, a relentless rhythm against the city's tired hum. Another noise complaint. This time, it was from the old Northwood building, a place that felt like it was sighing its last breath with every gust of wind. I pulled the collar of my raincoat up, the heavy tactical vest underneath already feeling like a second skin I couldn't shed. The address was apartment 4B. As I climbed the echoing stairwell, a faint, scratchy melody drifted down to meet me. Slow jazz, like something from a forgotten film, crackling from an old vinyl record. Probably some kid with a retro obsession and too much to drink. I reached the door and rapped my knuckles against the peeling paint. The music inside didn't stop. I knocked again, a little louder this time. The lock clicked, and the door creaked open. But it wasn't a teenager. Standing in the doorway was a tiny, frail woman, her silver hair pinned up elegantly. She was wearing a faded blue evening gown, the kind you see in black and white movies. It was beautiful, but time had been unkind to the fabric. She smiled, a warm, genuine smile that didn't quite reach her clouded eyes. For a moment, her gaze unfocused, as if seeing a different, taller silhouette in the dark hallway. She stepped back, welcoming me in. The apartment was small, but meticulously arranged. The air was thick with the scent of old paper, dust, and melting wax. On a small table, 2 candles had burned down almost to their base, their flickering light dancing across a single place setting. Next to the empty chair sat a small, framed photograph of a young man in a soldier's uniform, smiling. The jazz music swelled from a record player in the corner. She followed my gaze to the empty chair. "I'm terribly sorry for the noise, officer," she said, her voice soft as silk. "I'm waiting for Henry. It's our 50th anniversary, you see. He promised me a dance. But he's running late." Her eyes glistened, a profound sadness swimming in their depths. The truth hit me like a physical blow. Henry wasn't running late. He wasn't coming at all. The name on the file, Eleanor Vance, widow. He'd been gone for years. She looked up at me, my hulking frame filling her small doorway. My boots caked in mud, my uniform dripping rainwater onto her worn rug. A single tear traced a path down her wrinkled cheek. She extended a trembling, paper-thin hand. "Would you mind?" she whispered. "Just until he gets here. The song is almost over." My throat went tight. I looked down at my massive, muddy boots, then at my hands, gloved and calloused. Every instinct screamed that this was wrong, that a cop in full gear had no place in this fragile, heartbreaking scene. But her eyes, they held a universe of hope and loss. I couldn't break her heart. Slowly, I unclipped my gloves and slipped them into a pocket. I took her tiny hand in mine. It felt as delicate as a bird's wing. I placed my other hand gently on her back, feeling the fragile bones beneath the thin fabric of her gown. And we danced. We swayed clumsily in the center of her living room, a giant in body armor and a ghost in a ballroom dress. The record crackled, the rain beat against the glass, and for a few minutes, we were the only 2 people in the world, caught in a waltz, meant for someone else, in a time long past. The final notes of the song faded, and the needle hissed on the vinyl. She rested her head against my chest for a moment, a faint, contented sigh escaping her lips. "Thank you, Henry," she whispered. I didn't correct her. I gently led her to her armchair, the one beside the empty place setting. She sat down, her eyes already closing, a peaceful smile on her face. I backed out of the room, pulling the door quietly shut behind me. The cold night air hit me, but it was the warmth of the tears on my own cheeks that I felt most. Walked back into the storm, leaving the last waltz behind.